Hello. So we're gonna do a love reading, okay? And it's not gonna be about toxic exes or even, toxic people, hopefully, right? Okay, so love, 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 love. I got all these romantic cards out, okay, and we're gonna see what's going on. But yeah, right here, look at that's funny. We got the Magician and the Four of Cups, so it's like you are going to be working towards what you're truly wanting to manifest instead of focusing on or opening yourself up to undesired offers and relationship dynamics, okay? So let's figure out what's going on. Yeah, you could be getting to a much more celebratory position with what it is that you're choosing to move forward towards, okay? You could be taking action in a way where you're initiating towards what it is that you're truly wanting and desiring of, okay? You're feeling much more purposeful and aligned, okay? This could be for the goyles and the gals and the guys. I was going to say goys and gals. Anyway, so yeah, you could be, definitely coming into a much more celebratory position. There could be certain third-party dynamics that are that you are aware of. You could be having different suitors that are presenting themselves to you, in order to make a certain choice. But at this time, you could be moving forward with a greater sense of intention towards what it is, or allowing what it is that you're wanting to come in. Okay, so I was like, just getting this like really kind of annoyed energy right now, where I'm like, ugh, gosh, like so annoying everybody. So you could be kind of having this like, just over it type of feeling right now, and really not wanting to waste your time or your effort or your energy. But yeah, there's you could be definitely walking away from third-party scenarios and recognizing what it is that you're wanting to block yourself off from, okay? Let's see if this should be, let me do that again. Okay, so yeah, you are recognizing what type of situations are not worth your time, and you're creating a greater balance. Hold on. The heat is on. You'd be creating a greater balance for yourself with how it is that you're wanting to move forward intentionally into a situation and what you're wanting to release yourself from. Okay, and we got the Lovers right here, so you could be really making much more loving choices for yourself and towards the relationship that you're truly wanting to open yourself up to. You could be creating major changes and recognizing what had been unstable in your life, okay? Feeling much more confident with, moving into a more carefree and loving beginning. You could be, recognizing that you are needing to take certain initiative in a way that's, aligning with, aligning with yourself, where you can be recognizing much more easily what are illusions in your life and where people are wearing masks, okay? You got the Three of Swords right here. You could have dealt with a lot of pain and negativity, but you are moving into a new chapter, okay? So you could have been dealing with heartbreak, often in your past in different ways. But you could be, really knowing that you're moving forward into calmer water and feeling a greater sense of contentment with, your own awareness, what you're allowing in, and what type of efforts you're wanting to put into a situation, okay? We got the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. You could be really feeling like you are, knowing what you feel is a gift in your life that could be bringing out a more elevated, abundant, enthusiastic, and joyful you know, vibration within you or energy within you. And you could be, you know, feeling that you have, you know, the potential for, you know, really kind of creating your life as you want to. You could be recognizing the stability that you could be gaining from a true desired partnership. Excuse me. And you can be moving in a way where you know that you are maintaining your vision. You're no longer, you know, settling for undesired scenarios, and you could be feeling much more secure with what you know, what you really want to be opening yourself up to, what you're wanting to, you know, kind of like, get into a more relaxed state of mind within, okay? You could have had a lot of different situations that were like lighting the way, but you could be much more confident with like asserting yourself at this time, okay? Yeah, you could be recognizing where you had been restricting yourself from, you know, with previously, and you could be ready to, you know, assert yourself as you align with your higher self in a way that you are creating the life that you're wanting to, and, you know, utilizing your own will in order to be able to express yourself in the way that you're wanting to. This seems like somebody's really, you know, taking action in a way that is no longer allowing for other people's impressions or intentions to be navigating or dictating. But, you know, it could have taken you some time to get to this position, but you could be feeling that much more confident with no longer allowing undesired scenarios to be taking the forefront, okay? Yeah, you could be following your heart, and, oh, I don't know what this card is. Hold on. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to look it up by the number really quick. Oh, no. I think it's, I really can't figure out what this one is. Let me see. Oh, the star. That's a star. That's so funny. Yeah, wow, okay. So you could be, it could have taken you some time to really kind of recognize what it was that you were moving yourself forward to, but you could be feeling much more confident within coming into this awareness that you are able to follow your heart and move forward towards a wish come true. Okay, we have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. You could be getting to a position where you are much more secure with what it is that you will be receiving in your life, instead of feeling that you are having to hold your ground and be, you know, rebuffing different offers, right? We get the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So you could be moving forward more passionately instead of focusing on, you know, the negativity of the manipulation or the deception that you've been dealing with, okay? You could be feeling like you have a greater sense of structure and stability and support with moving forward into this new passionate beginning. And you could have been really illuminated to what is creating that greater sense of enjoyment within your emotions. You know, you could be feeling like you are really being drawn in energetically in a way that is leading you to a much more joyful and contented experience when it comes to your home life, your family, and your relationships. And oh wait, hold on, was that the Empress earlier? Or the High Priestess? Okay, well, they're both out now, so it's okay. Well, I could say before you were you could be paying more attention to your intuitive awareness that is creating a stability. And here's the Empress right here. but we'll just keep it how I said it because it was meant to be said that way apparently. So let me see. So yeah, you be getting to a greater sense of illumination with what it is that you're feeling fulfilled by, what you're being pulled in towards and magnetized by. Okay, you could be recognizing the difference with your energetic expression, or what it is that you have going on within you that is different from what you'd been dealing with previously, and you could be really feeling content within yourself and what it is that you are ready to receive at this time. Okay. With the Five of Cups, there could have felt like there was something that was slipping through your fingers that you were unable to acquire. But you could be, with the greater sense of contentment that you're coming into, knowing what is meant for you is meant for you. All right. And you could be kind of knowing what steps you're wanting to take, having a greater sense of logic and awareness, and really feeling drawn in and a little possibly obsessed with bringing this into your life. You could be, knowing how it is that you're needing to navigate through unhealthy or toxic dynamics, and you could be recognizing that a true balance and justice is coming into your life. Okay. You could be anticipating, the progress of the plans that you've been making, really leading you towards where you're wanting to be, knowing that you have stabilized yourself, matured, and done the work that you need to in order to have this this true alignment come into fruition. Okay. We're back to the Magician right there, ready to really manifest what it is that you're desiring of. Okay, so I'm going to pull some more right here. I guess this could be the other party. Okay. And let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, somebody could be ready to take a leap of faith and move forward in a much more healed way. All right. Having, separated themselves from the pain and, the lack in their life, and feeling like they're ready to go on a new adventure. All right. So let's see. This could be you got a partner, or take it how it resonates. And these cards I cannot show at all because there's a lot of nudity and provocative pictures. Okay, so look, yeah, somebody could be ready to take a leap of faith in certain ways and lead themselves more intentionally on the path where they know that they're meant to be going. What's interesting is we have this snake. I don't know if it's actually biting this person in the leg or not, but like somebody could be really, moving away from situations that had been creating pain and difficulty into their life, or even, been toxic and poisonous. Okay. And somebody could be recognizing a true divinely guided relationship that they are, wanting to devote themselves to. Recognizing, the difference between this situation and other illusionary scenarios previously. Somebody's wanting to, create a momentum as far as, moving forward towards what they'd envisioned for themselves. And they could be feeling like they're leading themselves towards, a truly fulfilling situation that would be, somebody's ready to express themselves in a way that they feel would be like a personal wish come true. They could be getting to a greater awareness of the steps that they're meant to be taking, being, logical within their understanding, but also, ready to receive different aspects of what their, desired plans were. Okay. There could have been anxiety when it came to taking action and moving forward, but somebody is ready to utilize their own will, really kind of wanting, strongly desiring of, moving in a more transformative way. And they could be following their intuition when it comes to making major shifts and changes in their life. Okay. Somebody could be really, you know, impulsively taking action in a certain way, but they're also knowing that this is a healing dynamic, excuse me, that is bringing them back to a more joyful position and helping to lead them into a new stage where they can really manifest and create the environment that they're desiring of. Okay, and somebody's wanting to move forward towards what, you know, what they are truly desiring of, what they're feeling enticed by or magnetized by, instead of, you know, opening themselves up to other undesired offers as well. Okay, so you could be kind of coming into alignment, both of you, with a, you know, greater sense of intention towards, you know, wanting to bring in your true desired life. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, the Knight of, wait, hold on. It's the Page of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, so yeah, somebody could be, you know, preparing themselves with what it is that they've been illuminated towards, and really knowing that they're moving into a situation that's much more emotionally fulfilling within their home and their relationships. And they are, you know, holding on to this truth. Okay, they could have gained the clarity that they need, and they could be really wanting to more actively involve themselves. We got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, so somebody could have gotten their head and their heart into greater alignment. And one of these cards over here wants to come out. I know it. I could feel it, but I didn't pull it at the time. Here we go. So yeah, excuse me, they could be getting their head and their heart into a greater alignment, really ready to immerse themselves and engage in a situation where they feel that this is bringing brand new cycles into their life, and could be really initiating towards a brand new beginning. Somebody is getting the strength and the courage to move forward towards what they have been restricting themselves from, really feeling like they're wanting to bear themselves and be much more vulnerable. Okay. They could have had a lot of pain that they're having to navigate their way through, but they could be feeling like they are, you know, really being drawn in a way that is lifting their spirits and helping for them to get to a more confident position with what they know within them and what they feel is, you know, purposeful at this time. Okay. Yeah, somebody could be taking a step back from, you know, group dynamics and really kind of getting to a greater awareness of their own interests and what they feel is truly important. Okay, they're no longer allowing for other people's opinions to be at the forefront of the situation, and they're creating a balance for themselves in order to move forward towards what has been enticing them. Okay, we have this, like, it's probably the only picture I could show you guys because there's no nudity right here, but I'm looking at the smoke right here, you know, like, this sweet smell could be, you know, enticing them. Okay, and somebody could be moving through potential conflict with a greater sense of purpose and passion, knowing that this is a truly uplifting relationship dynamic, and a team dynamic that they could be opening themselves up to, and being able to create and build in ways they hadn't been previously. There's like this, like, true recognition of the, you know, both parties' involvement in, you know, what their desired outcome is, and they could be seeing, like, that this is so much more meaningful with the true care and consideration that they may have been lacking previously. Hey, not gonna. My dog is licking things. Somebody could be wanting to lick things. Anyway, You get the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so somebody could be feeling like they are getting ready to receive a gift in their life. You know, kind of recognizing where there had been a lack, or, you know, what it was that they were desiring of to feel like there is a true reciprocal balance, and they could be moving into a situation where there's a greater sense of stability within themselves, and, you know, where it is that they're wanting to lead themselves and create. Okay, so somebody could be feeling like they've really leveled up in a lot of ways and have recognized their skill and ability in order to create the foundation that they had been holding themselves back from, or blocking themselves back from previously. Okay, we have Judgment right here. So it's like somebody is ready for this true divine alignment. Okay, they could have had certain reckonings and awarenesses. And with the Six of Pentacles right here, there is no longer a question of what they would be receiving as they move forward more intentionally into this you know, desired partnership. Okay, let me see. Oops, I wasn't supposed to shuffle. Oh well, I guess I was meant to in a certain way. But yeah, you could be, you know, this is back to you, right? Take it how it resonates. You could switch whatever, you know, part you want to, but you could have been in a position where you were really knowing what your feelings were, but holding your ground as you battled through different levels of difficulty. And at this point, we get the Six of Pentacles again right here. And the Knight of Wands, you could be knowing that this is a situation that you could be moving forward passionately with. And there is that, you know, like I said, reciprocal dynamic that you can, you know, put your efforts into a situation and you will be also receiving in the same way that you're desiring of. We've got the Four of Swords right here and 10 of Pentacles. So it's like you could be moving into a situation where you can more lovingly look towards your long-term goals in a much more healed way. And you could be able to present your, you know, true emotions in a you know, joyful, playful, and whimsical way, but also know that, you know, you're having cooperation when it comes to what it is that you're desiring of. There's greater truth and clarity, and you could also be really recognizing that you are being desired of as well, instead of having this be a question. Okay, we got the Eight of Pentacles again, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there is a, you know, greater understanding within your abilities and the stability that you're forming, okay, in comparison to where it had been lacking and where you had been having anxiety, okay? So you could be making plans more confidently and asserting yourself without having to second guess or question, you know, what it is that you're not wanting. You could be feeling like you're able to, you know, really be prepared for, you know, what is arriving in your life, and, you know, feel like you're really staying true to yourself as you move forward with what you're desiring of manifesting. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple from here really quick. Got the Eight of Pentacles again and the Knight of Cups. So there could be a true recognition of, you know, the ability that you have within you to move forward towards what it is that you're desiring of. And there is, you know, a true passion that you're opening yourself up to, okay? Like, it could be, like, truly purposeful. We have creativity, passion, new initiative, and inspiration. So you could be really feeling that there's no need to hold yourself back from, you know, what it was that you had been feeling, and, you know, how you're wanting to express yourself within, you know, the relationship dynamic that you're opening yourself up to. Okay, we got Three of Cups, celebration, friendships, reunion, and the Magician, and Justice. Bruh, come on, Peter. So yeah, you're moving forward towards what it is that you are really, you know, desiring to will into your life, what you've been manifesting, you know. And you have justice right now, where you know that there is a balance coming into your life, in a way that you can wield your truth and, you know, have the karmic wheel be, you know, rotated in the direction that you're wanting it to be, okay? Knowing that you're going to be receiving what it is that you're desiring of. And you could be having the strength and the courage when it comes to what you had been hiding yourself or avoiding from previously, okay? The Knigget of Pentacles, okay? You could be moving forward slow and steady, okay? Being practical and reliable, but you could be recognizing that you are, you know, really moving forward towards what you're wanting to commit yourself to, okay? You could have been being patient and navigating your way through previous pain, but you could be, you know, recognizing that you're, you know, transitioning from the situation of having, you know, a lot of difficulty in your life to, you know, being able to release yourself from that. And there's been like a major rebirth that has occurred, okay? Excuse me. You could have felt like you were, you know, having to be rebellious in certain ways by asserting yourself in the way that you're desiring, but you could be recognizing that you're moving forward in a way that is healing your inner child and getting to a much more joyful expression. You could be stable within yourself and what it is that you've been creating and ready to kind of take control of the situation. We have commitment, dedication, work, and effort, okay? So you could be, you know, really feeling confident, moving forward towards new love, okay? There's been an emotional awakening, and you could be paying much more attention to your intuition as you move into a new, emotionally fulfilling beginning. And you could be getting ready to be honest, but straight to the point, and you know, move forward independently into a new beginning, feeling liberated, okay, and open to the different possibility, okay. And we got the Queen of Pentacles as well. We got comforting, practical, generous, caring, nurturing, and sensible. So you can be really grounding yourself into what your feelings are and no longer questioning or denying yourself, you know, with what it is that you're wanting to open yourself up to. Okay. We have 5-5 right here. You could be, you know, recognizing that there's certain shifts and changes that you're needing to make in order, you know, to move away from loss. But, you know, as you shift your perspective, you could be opening yourself up to, what it is that you've truly been waiting for. Oh, and we got the Empress right here. Ready to receive what is meant for you in your life. You could be recognizing why other situations hadn't worked out previously, and know that as you healed and took control and regulated yourself, or, you know, got to a deeper understanding of your own emotional awareness, that is, you know, when this was meant to be coming in for you. Because if you hadn't been able to have that deeper understanding, then it wouldn't have been something that you'd probably accept or be open to, or you know, let me see, looked at realistically, or even, you know, long term, you know. So you could have been in a situation previously where you could have been sabotaging based on not having the awareness that you need. But now, you know, with the transformation that you've gone through, you can be really ready and much more at ease with allowing in what's meant to come in for you. Okay, we got the Queen of Wands right here. Passionate, determined, attractive, confident, self-assured, and charismatic. So yeah, you could have definitely gotten to a much more confident position where you are no longer questioning your feelings, and you could be intentionally moving forward with your desired plans, with a greater sense of truth and clarity. Okay. You could be feeling victorious, moving into a new chapter that you feel is fated for you. It says positive changes, cycles, and changes again. So, yeah, you could be, moving forward intentionally towards, where you feel you're meant to be. Okay. You could have been at a crossroads in certain ways, but now you're looking at the situation with a greater sense of optimism. Okay. And you could be much more happy and contented with where you've led yourself and how you're leading yourself by following your heart. Okay, so you can be really determined to express yourself in your truth, and pay attention to the signs and synchronicities and your own inner awareness that is leading you towards a much more fulfilling and joyful home life. Okay, we have family harmony, emotional stability, and happiness. So pretty cool. All right, I hope that resonates in some way. But it definitely seems like there's some type of, navigating through true feelings, disregarding falsehoods and, insecure outlooks. It says, I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss and I'm very insecure. Okay, I'm tired of the silent treatment. I want to sit down and talk about this once and for all. So, yeah, somebody could have been avoiding the situation based on insecurity, but they are ready to, or getting ready to, really address the situation and what their feelings are. I love your swag. You're the whole package. Okay. Somebody could be making their way out of undesired situations where they have certain connections that they're in a relationship not for the, true desire to be, but for other, third-party dynamics, but they're going crazy without you and they want to see you so bad. Okay, so let's see. All right. Highest timeline. What do we need to know for this? Okay, I love variety, but there's something about you I just can't resist. They feel like somebody could be feeling like they're blocked, okay? Or you could be getting a phone call from an unknown number. But yeah, somebody's starting to panic. It's been so long since they've seen you or heard your voice. Okay, and it could have been easier to lie to you than tell you the truth, but they wish they could take it all back. And yeah, there's staying in a certain situation for, based on third-party connectivity, but they are trying to make their way out of the situation. They're going to put a ring on it when the time is right. They love your swag. We got twin flames right here. You're so smart. You figured me out. I was hiding my true feelings from you because I was scared of commitment and didn't want to lose my freedom. They could have been trying to fix their financial situation, but there was a hard lesson that they needed to learn. They were out of control and they want a second chance. Okay. They're ready to come clean. They can't lose you again. They wonder if you still think about them or if they should be moving on. And they could be needing some time to gather their thoughts, but they're planning a romantic date. Okay. All right. Let me see. There's oh yeah, this one. It says we're both hiding on secrets, afraid that revealing them will tear us apart. Okay, so there could be insecurities, but somebody's wanting to push the button and start. Okay, they want to move forward towards a new beginning. Pressing life's reset button and setting new intentions, gaining fresh perspectives and seeing the world anew, embracing new beginnings and letting go of the past. And even with this distance, I know that we're never truly apart. Our new beginning is always within reach. Okay, so somebody could be wanting to initiate in a way. They could have been caught in what they felt was a barricade. Okay, they could have felt that they were blocked from the situation. Okay, somebody could have been feeling powerless in decision making and unable to influence outcomes. Okay, they could have been believing that conflict was waiting every turn, and they could have been wanting, having a difficulty trying to find a solid ground. If you truly knew my soul and my inner conflicts, you might not love me anymore. I'm terrified you'll reject me if I reveal my true self. Okay, so somebody could be dealing with insecurities, but they could be wanting to get to a greater sense of discipline, self-discipline within themselves, getting themselves out of, bad routines, okay? And they could be recognizing that this situation or this relationship is a true gift in their life, okay? Let me read this one right here. When I'm with you, time seems to rewind. It's like we've always known each other. You feel like a forgotten part of me. We share a bond that transcends lifetimes. And I was naive to think that fleeting affairs could ever take the place of a genuine connection. Distracted and nearly causing irreversible mistakes. Okay, hold on. I was distracted and nearly causing... Oh, wait. No, this sentence is weird. Anyway, you heard it the first time. But somebody could be recognizing that they're wanting to move forward towards, a true desired commitment. Okay. We got Twin Flame again coming out. So, let's see. It says, don't follow others' speculative advice blindly. They made you believe it's a shortcut, but in reality, it's just a waste of time. I know that was untrue. Okay, I don't know. These sentences don't seem to be making sense to me, but maybe they do to somebody else. Anyway, so yeah, somebody could have been... speculating in a certain situation. They could have had a focus on money and felt that that was, the main focus of, what a certain connection could have been. But at this point, they're recognizing how they had been, kind of led astray, okay? It says we build walls to protect ourselves, but instead we isolate what could have been a lasting bond. Afraid to face the vulnerability that comes with love, we find it easier to stay apart. So somebody could have been... rejecting a situation before it started. And in my desire to keep things under control, I didn't realize how it was affecting us. Now I realize I see the distance it created, though I can't be sure if it was truly my actions or something else. Okay, so somebody could be really kind of in a mode of questioning, okay? It says... a sense of foreboding fills the air and weighs on your mind. So they could have had, the negativity being taking the forefront, okay? Our hidden fears resurface and past wounds reopen with doubt. If we don't face this together, these unresolved emotions will only grow stronger. So somebody, could be recognizing how they've been holding themselves back, but they could be recognizing as well the need to make intentional action, okay? They could have been wearing a false mask, okay? But it says, we may seem different on the surface, but underneath my mask, we're much more similar than you think. I wish I could have shown you the real me. And then this commitment one. I feel my life is in turmoil, and I don't know how to calm it. Whatever can break is broken, but the one thing that has remained strong was our love. Asking the big question and hoping for a positive response. Okay. Uncertainty surrounds long-term decisions and approach. Okay. These sentences suck. Someone's approaching with patience. I had to reword that really quick. But yeah, so somebody's creating high expectations and creating their own intense emotional pressure. So it's like somebody's been needing to, really kind of get to a greater understanding of what their feelings are, and be able to feel confident with moving forward towards this instead of, talking themselves out of it or creating anxiety in a way where they, get that like deer in the headlights where they freeze or fawn, right? Okay. But it says, I want to be prepared and not caught off guard by unexpected events. I need to make sure we're ready for anything that comes our way. So yeah, somebody could be navigating through their insecurities in different ways, you know, before they can get to a comfortable position with leading themselves forward. What do we need to know as far as moving forward? How about that? This is a lot of cards. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. I became inspired by your presence, your energy, and your beauty. Without you, I'm missing my tools to create a life beyond materialism. Yet, in my pursuits of material success, I left little room for our connection to grow. Okay, so somebody could have felt, you know, confident in you know, the feelings that they had, but led themselves in a direction that was, you know, not aligning in the way that they were meant to, in order to really have the true appreciation of what they could be bringing in with that strength and the motivation they acquired. Okay, it says, I want to press the final button with you. I want to take this step together, but please be patient. We will know when the time is right. Okay. Oh, my feet are sleeping. I'm sorry for dragging you into the Sisyphean task. It feels like we're both pushing that boulder up the hill only to see it roll back down again. So somebody could be feeling like they're, you know, they've been leading themselves in a way that is creating greater difficulty and repetition. And we have some type of proposal. Okay. Even with this distance, I know we're never truly apart. Our bond is stronger than any obstacle. I'll cross any boundary to reach you. So at this point, they're wanting to put their efforts into the situation much more intentionally. Okay, you may think these minor profits are the one. What? Hold on. Oh my gosh. Meh? These look like total just words. Like, you know, here's an inserted word here. You may think these minor profits are the one, but they wouldn't cause you so much stress if they were. Maybe I'm reading it with the wrong inflection. Anyway, wake up and realize true value investments are the real deal. Okay. I'm just gonna put that there. Put that over. Somebody could be coming into recognition of the efforts that they've been making and have not really been gaining, like I said before, what they're truly desiring of. They could be recognizing petty gains, okay? So, at this point, they could be wanting to alter their their intention or their awareness or their efforts. And we got destiny right here, okay? They made me believe our connection wasn't real and that it was just a waste of my time. I know now that was untrue. Destiny had a different plan for us. Okay, so there we go. Somebody is recognizing where their efforts had been thwarted, okay, and not leading them towards their true desired outcome. Okay, we have a lifesaver right here. You are not alone in this storm, okay? As you grasp for air, salvation appears and a breath away from safety. So these are really annoying me that they're not full sentences. It's all like bullet points or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, somebody could be feeling like they had received the, lifesaver of what would be leading them away from their misunderstandings and into a situation that they could be truly appreciative of. Okay, somebody could be really evaluating the situation and gaining a greater awareness. I'm just going to summarize the rest of them because they're pissing me off. They could be, evaluating a situation and really kind of getting to a greater discernment or understanding with what boxes are checked, or what, what have been, what they can be realizing is there and feel secure within, instead of feeling like they're questioning a situation. Okay. And they could be recognizing how they're needing to tend to the situation or this relationship dynamic, where they had been previously allowing for things to go unsaid, or, unwilling to take action in the way that they needed to. They could be recognizing that it was creating a greater void, or, destruction in a situation. Okay. And, yeah, they're wanting to, let me see. Yeah, they're wanting to take action more intentionally, but at this point they're concerned of whether or not you would be open to what it is that they're desiring of, or if you would be no longer wanting to be a part of their situation. Okay, it says, I'm ready to trust you, but I still need to keep my final card hidden. I won't run from our connection, but I have to protect myself until I'm certain. Okay. And you could be having some type of unexpected surprise, okay? So you may have been feeling down, but this surprise will remind you of our special connection. Wake up and enjoy the moment, okay? So, I don't know. They could be doing certain things that are, getting you to a point of greater understanding, but it doesn't really seem fully like they're ready to take action in the way that is leading you towards this, solid connection at this point. Okay. But they're wanting to at least honor their feelings. Okay. It says, you've helped me realize that my ambition is not bound by what others expect. Together we can reach heights I never thought possible. Our connection empowers me to step out of the box I place myself in and to dream without limits. Okay, so they are getting to a greater sense of confidence within themselves. And they could be, really wanting to lead themselves a little more closely into the situation to find out more. Okay, we have small offering and oath. Oath. I was doing that with both. Anyway, so yeah, they could be wanting to present some type of situation that can alleviate the strain. Okay, and they could be, wanting to show that there is an intention to move forward in this way. Okay, we have gift and twin flame. Okay, so yeah, somebody could be recognizing the potential in this relationship, but they are needing to get to a more confident position within themselves in order to move forward. And they could also be needing to take their attention off of what other people's viewpoints are and focus more on what their true feelings are. Okay, but I think you might be needing to be patient a little bit with when it is that they're ready to move forward more intentionally. Okay, yeah, there could be a lot of toxic dynamics that they're having to navigate their way through, but they could be getting to a greater understanding of themselves and their feelings and their desired expression. It's just gonna take some time, maybe. Yeah, somebody could be, wanting to get to a position where they can feel confident within their skills and their abilities, and no longer having to have other people's opinions be at the forefront. Okay. Let me see. I never imagined so much perfection. You're so beautiful. Why do you need me? You could intimidate them in certain ways. Okay. But they want, they've dreamt of, all the different possibilities, and they want to have it all. Happiness is my priority. Whoa. And they could be feeling like the way that you make them feel so strongly in certain ways that they might not be wanting to put all of that power within your control in order to, if it's not working out the way, either of you intend, they probably wouldn't want to feel, the devastation of that loss. Okay. So yeah, somebody could be really taking their time to get to a more confident position within themselves and with what it is that could be. Where'd the card go? Hello. Where you at, card? Oh no. That's annoying. Great. Just went right there and now it's gone. Hold on. Oh my god, really? I usually don't do this, but it's gonna annoy me because I really want to know. Hold on. Where did it go, card? Oh my god. It's completely disappeared. Oh, it was all up in the wall. Okay. Oh, okay. This love scares me. Yeah, so like I was saying, they could be, not necessarily wanting to put their attention into the situation unless they are really confident with, where it is that you're coming from. Okay? And there could be a desire. We got 11:22 on the clock right now. Somebody could be having a desire for you to take initiative in some type of way to, show more of what it is that you're desiring of, but there's a need for you to think before you act, okay? So they could be too afraid to talk and intimidated, okay, by whether or not you're even interested, okay? Like the card I was saying before, you're so beautiful, why do you even need me, and do you even see me that way? So yeah, somebody could be really wanting to have a greater sense of confidence about what they're opening themselves up into, okay? They could be needing a sign from you in certain ways to help them lead more confidently towards this, okay? All right. They could have felt like you could hurt them, okay? But there is this true fulfillment emotionally that they feel that they'd be leading themselves into, okay? And they lie awake thinking about your future. They're wondering if they've lost everything and if you even care. Okay, 797 could be relevant, or 949. But already. And from what I've been gathering is you know, in the last reading that I did, it was talking about how it might not be your normal type or expectation or something like that, but there could be this, recognition of the difference of what you've had before in your life and what this situation makes you feel like, so that could be the same on both sides, where you're like, I don't know, is this even something that, like, I should be opening myself up to? Like, is this person even interested? Do they see me that same way? Like all that's already come out, but like, it could be, relevant on both sides, okay? And so we got 411 right here. Somebody could need the 411. And we got 4411. Yeah, so there could be this back and forth on both sides in order to, get to a greater sense of confidence with, what the other would be open to, okay? Somebody could be needing more time to get to a confident position, and they're wanting you to choose. It says, I want you to choose, and I want a fresh start with you. I've never imagined so much perfection. I am manifesting you. I think we should, It says, I think we should see other people, ... but do you think about me too? So yeah, somebody could be, you know, really questioning themselves and, you know, whether or not you're open to this, okay? And with the seeing other people, it could even be like to get to a recognition of, you know, whether that feeling is there still in the situation, if you're just kind of, you know, if there's something that was messing with your mind or your emotions, or if this connection is really something that you feel you can't go without, right? So somebody could be wanting to kind of play the field in certain ways to recognize whether or not, you know, this is a true feeling. But it says, I don't want to lose you, and I am coming. Trust. Okay. So I don't know. It seems like there's somebody's really trying to figure themselves out, but you know, they know their feelings, they know their desires right here. Okay. More intimacy, but they could be questioning, you know, your side of things. Okay. They don't want to rush the situation. Okay. They feel like they're not fully ready. There could be other people's negativity that is bringing more difficulty into a situation, but they dream about you a lot. They feel maybe a little too much, and you know, they could be trying to slow themselves down based on, you know, wanting to level things out on their outside, you know, world, but they could be recognizing where their true desires lie. Okay, and we got the number 777 and 33. Okay, you're so very special. Somebody's needing to ground themselves. Okay, and there are concerns about whether or not your family or friends won't like or appreciate them. Okay, oops. They could have been given wrongful advice in certain situations, but you make their heart full. Okay, they're recognizing that love is the answer. It says, I still don't have all the answers, but love is the answer. Anyway, and then they really want to know what you're wanting. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a little bit more, and then I'm gonna go. You do matter. Okay, they want to hold you. They want to know if you'll choose them. They feel like they know you from somewhere. Okay, and oh, there's another card right here. This "you are wrong" came in reverse, so they could be, you know, you could be feeling certain negative awarenesses, or, you know, questioning yourself, but that, you know, might not be necessary. Okay, somebody could be needing more time. They feel that if they follow you, they could lose everything, but they really can't get their mind off of you or their physical desires, and they're wanting to reach out. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're recognizing their desire is strong and true, but they're wanting to be patient and wait for the right moment. Okay, they're wondering if you would leave them, or if you, you know, truly care. They feel that they do everything for you, and they want to have you. Okay, they could be, it says words do hurt, and they could have been, you know, disregarding their truth in certain situations, but they know that they want you. They're addicted to you. They're jealous and could have ego issues, okay? But they've also used their ego to maintain a greater sense of strength and confidence within themselves, and they could be apologetic about the division that they may have formed. Okay, they could be wanting to get you know, more professional advice based on how, you know, the fears that they have. Okay, and let me see. It says you have so many choices and options. Okay, they're wanting to kind of keep things light, but they feel that this is a true gift. My life started when I met you, and I worry about us a lot. And we got love me. Okay, so somebody could be really wanting to express their love, but like I said before, going through their own insecurities. And you know, I know I said earlier that, like, you know, somebody's ready to no longer open themselves up to situations that are, look at, be more selfish right there, that are unaligned with their, you know, true desires. But at the same time, that's one thing. But, you know, moving forward towards what you're truly desiring of is also another thing. So it's like, you know, somebody could be recognizing that they're not wanting to entertain undesired scenarios, but they could also be feeling hesitant or discouraged based on, you know, taking actual intentional action towards what they're really wanting. So that's also overwhelming in its own way. So somebody could be gathering their strength for themselves to get the confidence that they need and move forward more intentionally towards this. So anyway, I hope that wasn't all just a jumbled mess. But that could be something that everybody's going through. Well, let me just pull this one really quick. How many times? Dang it, I just missed over. It's over a minute by 42 seconds, so whatever. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring, okay? Give your relationship a chance. This is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, okay? The signs are cautioning you. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There's passion in the situation. Your calling and your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, okay? You could be needing to disconnect from the world and move forward towards your desired partner. All right. Okay. Let go of control issues. Allow this to, the situation to unfold naturally. Let your friends help you. Okay. Ask for and accept support from others. Have a heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Your love is ascending to a higher level of commitment very soon, okay? Clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. Your love life could be influenced by spiritual or religious awarenesses, but this is true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Somebody could have been wearing a mask, okay? But you have known each other before. It's a past life relationship dynamic, and as you release and heal from the past, your experiences, or you experience more love in your present moment. All right. Release your ex. Time to clear your energy. Love yourself first. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, and this is worth waiting for. You just need to trust yourself and the situation. You deserve love. You are lovable. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and free yourself. It's time to take control of your life. Okay. All right. Hopefully those were confirmations you needed, and talk to you later, okay? Don't rush yourself. The slow connection, every time I'm about to press the exit button, it's like it comes on purpose or something, so whatever. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.